What's going on, guys? Mr. Golduck here. I'm back again with another part. Oh wait, no, we're not back again with another part of my Let's Plays I'm doing on my channel. We're doing another kind of video, guys. You saw that title. It's going to be how to make a Pokemon Let's Play layout and how I do my layouts and give you guys some tips. If you're starting, if you're just up and coming Pokemon tuber, just like I am, but some people, I see some of your layouts, guys, and you know, they're pretty good, but they can be better, and that's why I'm here to show you, give you some tips on how to make your Pokemon layouts better and how to improve the quality of your videos. And yeah, so on your screen right now will be a preview of what the layout at the end of the video will be. This is what we're going to make today on your screen right now. So if you like what you see, we're going to make that in front of your eyes, and it'll be like a quick tutorial. You can follow along and you can make your very first layout. And I don't care if you use this. I did actually post this layout on Twitter. I'm just going to show you how I did it and kind of remake it. And yeah, so before we start though, let me get to Photoshop here. Let me just open it up, and I'm going to show you a couple layouts that I've already done just to show you how I got better and how I improved, and this is going to mean something in just a little bit. So this is my very first layout I ever made. I kind of looked at like Pokemon, other Let's Players, and I kind of made this around them. Like I didn't know how to use Photoshop too much, and I just had to learn, man. That's how I learned, was playing around with Photoshop, and that's how I'm going to express to you guys to please just play with Photoshop. That's what you're going to need, by the way. So if you don't have Photoshop, get it. There's lots of ways you can get it for free. Who pays for Photoshop anymore, man? Like, honestly, I got it for free, and just look it up on Google. Google is your friend. A lot of people ask me questions like, how do I randomize my games and stuff like that on my channel. Google is your friend, and you will find it. And it just takes a little investigative work. Anyway, so go get Photoshop. That's what you're gonna need. And if you're a total noob like with Photoshop, like I was at the beginning, how I got better was I just played around with it, man. That's all I did. I'm definitely not the best. Like what I'm saying right now, I'm pretty terrible at still at Photoshop, and I still have lots of things to learn. But play around with it, and you'll find what you like, and it'll give you a nice creative imagination going on. So yeah, that's just what I'm gonna give you guys. And look how unorganized this layout is, man. We're gonna talk about organization and stuff like that later as well. But yeah. This is my very first layout. It's not bad. I mean, we got a video screen, we got a title, we got a freaking background going on, we got a freaking, what is this? We got Arceus. We got a nice little thing to look at. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna use this layout. I could totally just make a really quick, better layout for Light Platinum, but you know, I'm just gonna use the same one. Anyway, so this is fine. I mean, whatever. We got Pokemon, we got names, stuff like that. It's not bad. Then I made my Platinum layout, and look, you can already notice the huge, drastic change of like betterness, basically. I definitely improved. I got some better fonts. I got some you know, better things going on, better like little rainbow like borders. I don't even know what I did, man, but this is definitely an improvement, I would say. We got, you know, 2 screens going on here. So I mean, I would use this layout again if I changed the background and stuff like that, and maybe tweaked a couple things. But you know, why not, man? Why not? Anyways, then I made this layout for me in the Pro Assassin HD for Victory Fire. This is pretty self-explanatory. I don't know what else to say. This is whatever. It's not the best layout. I just made 2 screens for us, and you know, did a little logo. And like, that's the first time I did this kind of. Whoa, I'm moving Victini around. That's the first time I kind of did this this thing going on right here. So yeah, then I did like a little Showdown layout. This is literally the worst layout. It's like just a screen. Don't even pay attention. I don't even know why I'm showing that. Then I have my Ruby layout, man, and look how organized this is, man. Organization is your friend, and trust me, you will. Freaking organization, guys. This is probably one of probably the second best layout I've ever did. Like, you know, it's freaking awesome. We got the Omega Ruby symbol here. We got Randomizer. We got Nuzlocke Tribute. We got like freaking, we can edit the freaking question of the day here, and this brings this window, which is annoying. Go back, please. No, please, no. Yeah, so we got that layout going on, and this is the layout that you just saw a preview of. I wanted to show a preview of it really quick, just in case some people didn't want to stick around. My air conditioning's going on, but you know what? Deal with it. I'm not turning it off. It's hot in here, so yeah. This is the Volt White, man. I did this a little while ago. I was not thinking about doing a Volt White. One thing I actually wanted to do to fix on this, it's not really important. I don't even know when I'm doing that. Never mind. It's not important at all. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna finish it because I'm freaking OCD. So we're gonna move this to the middle. I thought that should probably be in the middle or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. That works. Whatever. So we're gonna make this, man. If you like this layout, guys, you know, I don't know if I should put it in the description. If you want this layout, just freaking message me on Twitter or something like that. I will give you this layout for free. First come, first serve. It's not a really big... I mean, you could make your own layout right now and kind of tweak it the way you want. But we're going to make this... We're going to make this layout. We're going to make this layout. Hopefully I can make it kind of the same. I'm not sure if I can or not, but that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. Man, what have we been talking about? 5 minutes already. We've just been straight talking. We're going to get to this. If you see like a 40-minute video in front of your face, don't fret, man. If you want to just freaking come back to it whenever you want. And, yeah. Okay. So... Yeah, so... okay, sorry. Draw a little brain. Oh my god, my mouse battery is very low. Freaking... What the hell low is it, man? More info. Let me more info that really quick. I'm going to pause the... yeah, I'm going to pause the video, guys, and I'm going to go get some batteries. And, yeah, it's pretty low. Okay, bye. Alright, guys, I'm back. I did change my mouse and battery, and, I'm out of breath because I just ran up the stairs. Anyways, so if you already didn't notice, you probably should have by now. I'm on Mac, so kind of just substitute every key strokes I'm doing for Windows if you're on Windows and stuff like that. So yeah, and look how organized this is as well. So we're going to attempt to kind of make this layout. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a new project. So we're going to call this I don't know, example layout. Why the freak not, man? We're gonna do 1920 by 1080 pixels. So if you have like centimeters in there, just change it to pixels and everything will be good. And also 72 on the resolution, and make sure the background is transparent. It's very important, actually. Actually, you could probably do that later, but just make sure it's transparent, man, just to make sure everything's good. So you click OK on that. It should make a new layer for you, man. Nice and powerful, nice and ready for you to freaking make that layout. And yeah, so first things first, what I like to do is I like to start off with a background, and we're gonna use the same background as this. And the background, this is how I got the background. If you just search, okay. So to get your background, just go to Google Chrome and search anything you want. Let's say you're going to do a fire red ROM. So just do like fire abstract background, and you just go to Google Images, man. Like that, this is gonna help you so much. I use Google Images all the time. That's a cool. That could work. You could use that background. You probably want to do something more abstract and more like less flamey. Kind of like this. Maybe that would work better. I don't know. But what you want to do is you want to do search tools. This is a little tip for you guys. Search tools, and to make sure you fit the size of this canvas here, you're going to want to do larger. Like just come down. You can do large, medium, but I'm going to do larger than 2 megapixels. Or is that megapixels? 2 MP, something like that. I don't know. And this is pretty cool, man. You could totally use this. It would look really cool in the freaking when the boxes are transparent, stuff like that. You could totally use that, man. All right, I'm just letting you guys know that you could totally use backgrounds like this. The background that I used in this layout is Evan Eckhard's background. If you don't know who that is, he's Syndicates and Cnanders or whatever. Kind of, I spelled his name wrong. He's the graphic people, and look what cool stuff he does, man. Like he actually has a really nice site that you guys can go to called dinpattern.com, and just called dinpattern. You can just type that out into Google. I'll probably forget it to put in the description, so just type it out. And he actually has some cool patterns you can use. You could use this for your fire red or something like that. And I use his patterns from time to time just to play around with. He's a really cool guy, actually, and he teaches some tutorials on his channel. So I'm just gonna go to Evan Eckhard YouTube. I'm spelling his name wrong. I probably spelled YouTube wrong. I did. No, I don't know. So I went to his channel, guys, and I kind of looked up his videos, and he did a really cool abstract Oblivion terrain tutorial on his channel, and he's talking now. But this is the final thing was the background that I downloaded, and he did a nice little download thing in here, which is what do you use? What do you do? Oh yeah, did I download the PSD? I actually already had the file. Why am I going to download it again? Do I? Do I? Ooh, do I? I don't even know if I do. Actually, yeah, I do. I definitely do. Not Reshiram. Oblivion Terrain. This is what it is. So we're going to open that up in Photoshop. And there it is. So this is what I did. So this is obviously not... So if you want to go do that, just go to his channel, and it's like abstract. It's like his second video, and just download the PSD, and you'll get this background. Or you can just use a different background. I'm just going to show you guys what I did, though. So... yeah, this is obviously not the resolution of this. The way I made it kind of stretch out to this and keep the resolution is I went to edit, and I did where is it? Define pattern here. This is obviously not a pattern, but I already have the pattern. But I'll just do it again. So why not? Oblivion Terrain. Let's just do example layout pattern. Doesn't even matter what I name it. And just click OK. So that's the pattern that is defined. And then you just go back to your own canvas, and you go to edit, and you go to fill. Edit fill, and then you go to choose your pattern here, which is this one. Actually, you see I already have this one there, but I'm just going to click the example layout, and make sure it is normal blend mode, preserve transparency is off, and you click OK. And this happens. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Edit, Transform, Scale, and you're going to stretch this out. Bam. So there it is. That's how I got my background for and you just click Apply for this layout here. I think I actually made it darker as well. I don't know how I made it darker, but we're not going to worry about that. Actually, did I? I don't even know, man. All right, so yeah. So what are we going to start with? We're going to start with the video screen. Why not? We're going to start with both the main video screen here and the main. I'm getting Skype notifications and the face cam. So what you're going to do, the way I like to do it, I like to take the rectangular tool on the little toolbar here. It's the one under the text box and under the little mouse. Click here, and you can make a rectangle, man. Look at that. Look at that beautiful rectangle. We're obviously not going to make that one because it's a little too big, so we're going to try to keep the same size as this one. So let's just like start up here and go to, we can always like stretch this out if we need to. Go to about there. Does that look like the same? That looks like perfectly. That looks great, man. Why the freak not? Whoopsie doopsie doo. Anyway, so yeah, that's fine. All right, so we have our first video screen layout, man. This works, right? We can put this in the corner. We can just shape it the way we wanted to. If you want to make precise movements, you can use the arrow keys, but sometimes that can take a little long. So you can hold Shift and then do the arrow keys, or you can hold Shift and move it. Like I am moving up and down, but Shift keeps it where it is. Just a fun Photoshop tip for you guys. So yeah, I'll put that in the corner. That works great. And let's make another rectangle here and make the face cam. So we'll kind of keep the same kind of thing going on here, and we'll do like that. Is that a good size for face cam? A little smaller than this one, but it still works. We can probably stretch that out if we need to. Let's do that a little bit. Let's transform, scale it, and let's scale it a little bit down and a little over this way. Sounds good. Perfect, man. That's what you need. That's what you need right there. You can make it the same height as this with the arrow keys precisely. Bam. So you got your video screen and you got your face cam. That's what you need. I'm just going to keep going back to this just for reference. Oh, okay, so this is what I did. I did a nice little Reshiram. Is it Reshiram? Yeah, it's Reshiram, and I put his eye in the middle there, kind of like looks at you. I don't know. I thought that was a pretty cool effect. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google Images, and you're going to type in Reshiram. Dude, Google Images is your friend, man. Type in Reshiram, and I don't know what I did. I don't even know what exact thing I did. Did I use this one? No, definitely didn't use that one. But I did use search tools, and I did use size larger than 2 megapixels, I think. And yeah, this is the one I did, and I just flipped it around, and I made it transparent. I made the background transparent by using, I don't know, just go search another Google tutorial if you want to know how to make the background transparent. But you can just use another Reshiram. It really doesn't matter. So I downloaded that. Obviously, I already have it, so I'm not going to download it again, and let me look for that really quickly in my downloads. You guys are seeing all my downloads right now. Yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, I downloaded Sexy Butt because I was photoshopping one of my friends like looking at a butt. Don't judge me. Okay. Is this the one? Is this the transparent one? I'm just checking to see, make sure. You guys. No, it's not. Okay, that's awkward. Let me quickly find this. Not PSD. Is it this one? No, that's definitely not the. I was just testing out other things going on. Okay, where the freak is it? All right, I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna get that restaurant. Be right back. All right, guys. So I just had to open the PSD file that I saw in my downloads folder, and I made it transparent here. And what you're gonna do is you're just going to go to select all, and then we're going to copy it, and then going to go to the example layout, and then simply paste, and you have your sick and awesome Reshiram right here, man. And the way I flipped it, I did it to transform, and you just go flip horizontally. Bam, here it is, man, and you could just move that eye to wherever you wanted to. And to make it under the rectangle, just do that, and you can kind of you know, see where you want your eye located. Basically, that looks kind of cool. We can probably transform that a little bit, make it bigger. Probably do that, make his eye a little noticeable, stand out more. Bam, that works, man. That's fine, that's great, that's perfect. And what I'm going to do is going to go to the Reshiram here, and copy the layer style, and paste it into this one to make it darker. And what I did to make it like that is I added a stroke, and I'll just show you how to do that. Gradient overlay, you just have to play with it, and drop shadow. And I'll show you those options more in detail in 1 second. So, yep, and we can move his eye a little bit like that. So that works, man. That's basically the same as this, just a little more, I think actually, yeah, that's fine, whatever. So yeah, since we have that, since we have all the background art basically in place, so what we need now is, so I'll show you how to do this effect in 1 second, but what do we do now is we're going to get Pokemon boxes. So what we're going to do is grab our rectangle tool again and kind of make, what I like to do is I kind of want to make like half the size of the phase cam. So kind of like that works. Yeah, that would work. Is that the same kind of size? Yeah, whatever, that works. So yeah, first things first though, we're gonna get organized. So layer 1 or layer 2, excuse me, we're gonna call him Reshiram. Rectangle 3, actually, what's rectangle 1? Rectangle 1, as you see in the preview, is obviously the main video screen. Rectangle 2 is obviously the face cam. And rectangle 3 is going to be Pokebox 1. Awesome. Look at that, man. Look at that. So we're going to put Pokebox 1, excuse me, at the top here. And we're going to make a new folder to keep it all organized, man. We're going to call the folder Pokeboxes, I guess. Why not? That works. Put that little guy in there, or excuse me, put him in there, and we're in a new folder right now. So to make it the same size, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to right-click on Pokebox 1 and click Duplicate Layer. And you can rename it, obviously, if you want to Pokebox 2. Click Enter or click OK, and you have Pokebox 2 basically right on top of this guy. Let's go to a Move tool here. And then what you can do is you can hold Shift, use the arrow keys, and move it to the right so you maintain its place on the canvas here. And what I like to do, whoops, I went down there. What I like to do is I kind of like to get it perfectly where it's touching. I can't see any more light, and kind of hold Shift and click 1 or 2 times. But what I'm going to do here is actually go to the end of the layout here. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to transform these. And I'm going to move it just a little more to the right. So that's 300, that's 3.806. And that works, it's fine, it's great. And then go to Pokebox 1 and transform it, scale, it's edit, transform, scale. Sorry guys, I'm not sure if I'm explaining this good or not. 3.86. Yeah, that's great, that works. It doesn't have to be precise for this tutorial. You guys can make it precise if you want to. Anyway, so that's your Pokeboxes right here. So obviously what you're going to want to do is go to Pokebox 1 Duplicate layer as well, rename it to Pokebox 3, which is going to be right under, and you can move it so it like makes sense, right under Pokebox 1, hold shift, and move it to where you can't see any more daylight, and we're going to do like 1, 2, 3. Let's say 3 down from that. Obviously duplicate that layer, duplicate Pokebox 2, doesn't really matter at all, and click Pokebox 4. It's obviously going to be on top of Pokebox 3 and go right to make it, you know, to make it good. And what you're going to want to do is do 1, 2. Actually, I'm not sure where this is located, so we're going to have to match these up, aren't we going to? Yeah, we are. So that's matched up. And once we can see daylight, 1, 2, 3. And those are matched up as well, I think. Yeah, those are. Okay, great. So awesome. So obviously duplicate this. Try or just keep going. Pokebox. Actually, it's going to be Pokebox 6 because we're going to go right down, straight down. So yeah. Actually, I'm not sure if 3 is going to fit 1, 2, 3. Actually, yes, it does. Wow, look at that. And Pokebox 3, obviously, we're going to duplicate that and name that Pokebox 5 because we're going to go right underneath it. Click OK. Move this down. And hopefully I'm showing you guys not only how to make kind of like what you guys want to do with your layouts, but how to use Photoshop as well. Actually, this is not really centered. Actually, yeah, it is. I don't know why that's weird. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3, move 4 under 5, 5, 6. Perfect. So you have your Pokeboxes, man. That's in a nice folder, and here they all are. If you want to move it in bulk, you can just go like this, hold shift, and keep it like that. But we're not going to do that because we don't want to do that. Whoopsie doopsie doo. Click undo move. There we go. Yeah, bam. We're actually going to move all this up 1. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, great. So we have all our boxes kind of set up here. And then what are we running on? Geez, 20 minutes already. Okay, guys, we're going to try to speed it up here. So now what we want to do, we want to make a badges box. This is probably going down a little too low, isn't it? Maybe a little bit. We'll fix that. Actually, let's fix that right now. Main video screen, go to edit, go to transform, go to scale. And we're going to hold shift. Hold shift is to keep its like shape. If I don't hold shift, I can go anywhere I want to. So we're going to undo that. If I hold shift, though, it only goes up and down like that. So we're going to hold shift here, and we're going to make it kind of half this. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. Let's just keep it the way it is. Why did I do that? Let's go to that. That makes sense. All right, great. Just play around with it, man. This is obviously not going to be perfect layout, but whatever. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to make a badges box. So let's make one like right up here to like right here. Why not? That's a cool badges box. Why not, man? And we can move this above. Whoops, we moved it actually in Pokebox. Move it outside of that. And we're going to name this badges box. Then we're going to duplicate that and name this. We can name this what? Question of the day box, right? Because we always want a question of the day. And we're going to name that question of the day box. Obviously, it is in the same place as badges box. Just hold shift and move it next to it. Actually, let's make this precise. Let's hold shift, use the arrow keys, go to where it is, hit gray or hit black, and then move it like twice. Perfect. Why not? That works. So they're the same size, and it looks good on your layout. And then we'll do the artsy stuff later, and all the font and stuff. So once you have that, we're gonna format these boxes, man. So firstly, we're gonna make new folders here, and we're going to make this badges, and put badges box in there, and we're going to make another one called question of the day, and all those badges and question of the day stuff will be in those folders. Actually, since I'm really, whoops, don't do that. Since I'm really OCD, I want to make that be a freaking capital because I'm that perfectionist. I'm that too much of a perfectionist. Okay, so yeah, so let's start with the main video screen and kind of format it so we have a nice little stroke going through it. It's transparent and all like that. This actually isn't transparent yet, and I'll show you how to make it transparent. But I just wanted to keep the effect going. So yeah, so example layout. So we're gonna go to blending options, and we're going to, that's what you do. So you're gonna go right click on the main video screen, go to blending options, And you have this nice little layout, so you can do a nice little stroke on it, you can do a gradient overlay, you can do a nice little pattern overlay if you want to, you can do an outer glow, you can do a drop shadow, you can do everything you want. So the main thing we want to do is start off with the stroke here, and kind of the, well, I mean, what I do on this one, I kind of want to go copy what I did for this screen, because you guys want this screen, and you guys want what this looks like if you're still watching, hopefully. So screens, you can go to rectangle 1, I'm pretty sure that's the main screen. And I did a stroke inside 3, that's what I thought. So, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, great. So, yeah, go here, main video screen, blending options, and you can go to stroke. And so you're going to go to pattern. It's going to be inside and go to number 3. And you can just copy what I'm doing right now and then later go back and tweak your own layouts and make it however you want it to. You're going to make the color white. So now you can see it show up. And I got this tactic from one of my guys who made a layout for me, so thank you very much, you know who you are. And soft light, and that's a really cool effect going on right now. So you can kind of see, if you see right now, you can kind of see it's like transparent. You see that stroke right there? It kind of goes to black to white, and yeah, and I think that's what I did. Yeah, that's definitely what I did. Okay. Now you're going to add a drop shadow. What I do to this one, just let me check really quickly. Drop shadow, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go to example. Let's go to blending options. Already had the stroke going. Let's do a drop shadow though, and 75, keep that. Let's do a right angle, because why not? You can just play around with this. Guys, I want to stress to you so much. Play around with Photoshop. See what you like, man. It's kind of hard to see. Actually, no, you can see it pretty well. Let's keep the distance at 0, kind of the same. Let's keep it like 3. Why not? 3 looks pretty sick. Spread, you can change the spread so it's either bigger or darker. Let's make that kind of like that. And size, you can do what size you want. Let's keep it relatively low though. So you have a nice little drop shadow going on at the bottom, if you can see that little drop shadow. That makes it look just a little bit more better and stuff like that. Yes, so what we're going to do, we're going to right click on this, we're going to copy layer style and go to the face cam and literally paste layer style. It's super easy and it just does the same effect to the other one. And if you even want to, you can just go to your Pokeboxes, select all of them by clicking on the first one and clicking shift and clicking on the last one you want to select, right click and paste layer style. And now all the Pokeboxes have the same layer style going on. Actually, now I can see better how they're not lined up. And just click that to minimize their properties. And even if you want to, you can do badges, the badges box here, and paste layer style, and the question of the day box, and paste layer style. So all you had to do is one box, and now they all look the same. And it's a nice continuity. Nice little continuity going on right now. Yeah, so close those up because I'm OCD. And yeah, so cool. Great, what now? What now? Actually, yeah, I wanted to change the boxes because they weren't lining up very well. So it looks like number 3 needs to go a little higher. Yeah, actually, that's really weird. Okay, there we go. That's good. And number 5 needs to go a little higher or lower. No, higher. And that looks pretty good. Okay, great. Just a little tweaking. Okay, so we have all that going on. What else do we do? Okay, so now we can make these boxes transparent and look really cool. So there's probably an easier way to doing this, and some of you guys might call me out, but what I like to do is I like to do the second tool on it, the rectangular marquee tool. I like to zoom in. So we're going to do the first box here, so let's click on it really quick, the main video screen. I like to zoom in, and I kind of like to do this. I kind of like to be precise, and you can just do it. That obviously isn't precise. Let's see if I can get this without failing. That looks pretty good. Actually, no, it's not. Dang it. Come on, help me out, please. Help me out, Photoshop. You can even zoom in more. There we go. So you can see how it's like perfectly on the line. And obviously just go to the bottom right corner since you did the top or the left. So everything will be the same. And bam. So there it is. You have selected the inside of the box. Not the stroke though, because you want the stroke to still be there. And what you wanted to do is go to this. There's probably an easier way to do that, but I don't even know. I don't know. I like to do that way. Go to the tool window and you go to the eraser tool. And as you see, it's not going to let you erase, so you're going to click on it once, and it will obviously. It's going to ask you to rasterize the shape. Of course, you want to rasterize the shape, and then look, man, look at this. the box is disappearing, and you know, the black is going away, and it's, well, it looks pretty cool. And you know, the background is showing, so it looks pretty cool, man. And if you don't want the Reshiram in there, which you don't want to do, just click the Reshiram thing, and then you can just erase the Reshiram. But you're not going to erase outside the box because the marquee tool does that for you. So boom, look at that, man. Nice little effect going on. So what you're going to want to do is just rinse and repeat with these boxes. I will do the second one for you just to show you what to do. And what you do again is try to get precisely inside the box here, which is really hard to do apparently because I'm having a little trouble with it. There we go. Then you go to the bottom right if you start with the top left, or the top left if you start with the bottom right, or you know, whatever. And just zoom out with Command minus or Command plus, or it might be Control for Windows users. And go to the eraser tool. Obviously, click on the face cam box. That's what you want to do. And it's going to rasterize for us. And then you'll do that stuff and stuff like that. And you just erase it. Go to Reshiram and erase Reshiram out of that box. Because you don't want it there, man. You don't want it there. Yeah, so that's what you're going to do, guys. That's basically all you need to do. I'm going to go pause the video just to save time and do it with all these boxes, and I will be back very shortly in about 2 seconds. Alright, welcome back, guys. I did complete all the boxes like I said, and it does take a little time. It can be a little tedious at times, but you know, it's worth it to get the desired effect you want to get. So yeah, once that happened, guys, I kind of want to make this background darker just to give it a nice and weird feel, or nice and dark feel to it, because I like dark-ish stuff. I'm going to rename layer 1, which is the background, to background, and we're going to go to right click it and blending options, and I think what I did, I put a gradient overlay over it. Don't be alarmed by this. What you want to do is you want to go to blending options and play around with these, man. This is very fun to play around with, and just go to overlay. That looks kind of weird, dude. That looks kind of trippy. That looks really cool. Anyway, and you go to gradients, and what you're going to do is you're going to click on the middle of the gradient, and we'll do this awesome gradient editor thing happening right now. I think what I did is, let me delete this red here. You click on the little box here, and then you click color. I think I did black, and I think I made this one white, if I'm not mistaken. And then I just kind of did more black than white. Is that what I did? Yeah, it looks like what I did. Dang, it's really dark right now. It doesn't look the same as last time though. Oh, buddy. Okay, let me think here. I think that's what I did though. Huh? That's definitely what I kind of did with the other one. Let me cancel this and let me go back to that. Yeah, this looks way better. Let me look what I did. Let me go to the background here and blending options, gradient overlay. I did that. Okay, I guess I did that though. So what I'm just gonna do to save time is I basically did the same thing but just tweaked it a little better. Let me copy layer style and let me paste layer style just to make it look the same. So bam, it's darker. It looks better, I think. Kind of looks nice, dark feel to it. Stuff like that. So yeah. So let's start with the art style going on. Let's do text and let's do all that stuff. So it's already pretty long, 33 minutes, not too bad. All right. So what you're gonna want to do to get a nice font, and I'll show you what fonts I like to do, is go to Google and type in DaFont. This is one of the, I always like to use these fonts, even my earlier layouts. And look at all these fonts you can use, man. You can do anything you want. You can pick a cool font. There's so many to pick from. There's typewriter fonts. There's initial fonts. There's like LCD fonts. These are pretty cool fonts to actually use in a thing or in a layout. So yeah, just go to DaFont and try to do that. And get a font. I already have the font that I use. We're going to use the same font. What was this font called? I think it's called Vermin Vibes. Interesting. So yeah, so let me do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a text box here. And what we're going to do, let's do the Pokemon name first. So let's do the text box here, and let's do, is it on Vermin Vibes? It's already on Vermin Vibes. Look at that. Let's type out Zekrom. Why not, man? Why not? And obviously Zekrom is blue, but just wait for it, guys. Just bear with me here. And let's move that up above everything else so it can just be on top of everything. And let's put Zekrom in the corner like we did with this one. Yeah, that's what we did. These boxes are actually a little smaller. Alright, it's going to be a little different, but kind of the same. What you can do is you can just keep on duplicating this, so Zekrom copy, and just hold shift and move it to this box. I'm not going to make it perfect, but you guys can. Just keep making these copy and just keep posting it on every box here. I'm obviously not making it perfect or lining up because we're running out of time, and I don't want to delete that layer. No, excuse me. And you can rename them to help you organize better as well, but just keep doing this and just make sure all the Pokemon have a name. So bam. So you have, whoopsie doo, why did that happen? Yeah, so you have Zekrom, and on all the boxes they are blue, but we're gonna change that in 1 second, so just bear with me. And you know what, I always stressed organization to you guys, so we're gonna put all these in a thing. Pokemon names, sure, that sounds good. I didn't mess one up. There we go. So there it is. Now we can do the new text box here and make a text box called badges. And we actually got an email for some reason. Let me delete that. I don't need that. And put that badges where the badges box would be, right there. And you probably heard that sound. Actually, no, you probably didn't, because whatever. Make another text box, question of the day, and move that to where the question of the day box is going to be. You know the drill. And actually, you can move these to their desired folders after. So move question of the day text, and you'll know it's a text with the text symbol little thing to it, so do that, and then do badges right there. And obviously, since we can keep the thing above the boxes, as you probably see where the question of the day and badges are, they're like below the line, move it up top. And actually no, excuse me, that's why that's bad, because the badges are below the badges box. So if you just move it above the badges box, there we go. That's what was wrong. And yeah, so you have that going on, and all those are good. So I'm not going to change the layout of these until I do the little thing happening here. So I'll show you how to do this. What you want to do is you want to get a Pokemon logo, obviously. That's what you're going to need. You go to downloads. I already have one. Let me just search for it. Pokemon logo into downloads, and here it is, HD Pokemon logo. Just drag that there and resize it so it fits your desired art thing, and you can just use the arrow keys and make it precise, and click OK. And there's the Pokemon logo. You can rename it to Pokemon logo if you want to. There it is. Then what else we have? We had a title called Volt White. Yeah, I use the same font, Vermin Vibes, so we can do Volt White, and we can always change the size. We probably want to make that a little bit bigger, so let's make it, and the size and stuff you can edit is up here. Pretty sure you guys probably already know that, or should know that by now. So we have Volt White going on right here, and then we also had Randomizer Nuzlocke as well. So let's make another text box, Randomizer. And I think I switched it up where no, hold on. Let me make that 46, just to make it smaller than the title. Randomizer. And I did 2 different text boxes because to make it so the formatting is better, so I can put it like right next to each other if I wanted to. So Randomizer Nuzlocke, and I will change the format later. And then I also had, obviously it's not going to work because I kind of messed up the sizes. You know what, should I change the size of the boxes? I'm not going to, but what you can do, actually yeah, I'm going to, because I'm awesome. I'm not going to be lazy. Don't be lazy, like. All right, question, or Goldie, excuse me. Question of the day, that's my real name, by the way. Question of the day, box, you can go to edit, and you can go to transform and scale it, and I'm going to scale it down to like 400. Perfect. Why not? That works. That's great. And I want to make the badges box a little bigger just for the badges, so we can make that a little bit bigger and move question of the day over here. So that gives us the chance to get our Zekrom that we use. We can use Zekrom. And I think I used this one. That is the one I used. So we're going to drag that up here. And look at this buddy. You can drag it down to here. So it's kind of like behind or on the Pokemon logo. And you can make that kind of like, what, above everything? Yeah, it looks kind of cool. That looks kind of really cool, actually. And the way I made it look, oh yeah, did I flip it? I'll flip it, why not? Let me flip that for you guys. Just go to Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontally, and that is like that. And let's actually move that below everything now. There we go, that looks better. And move it down a little bit. So the way I got the little gradient, that's just a gradient overlay, like I showed you with the background. So go to blending options, right click blending options, go to gradient overlay, excuse me, not color overlay, gradient overlay, blending mode, click overlay, obviously. And what I do, I think I did like a blue and a black or something like that. I think that's what I did. Yeah, probably something like that. Or did I do like white? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. That looks kind of cool. Actually, that's what I did. Gray, I guess. Okay, great. That looks pretty similar. So you can just mess around with Photoshop, man. Mess around with all these options, like I said. And okay, so let's do the art now. So let's do Volt White. The way I did Volt White was I did a stroke, obviously, onto it. Put a stroke on it. And then I did a drop shadow as well, which is going to be that actually works. And I did a gradient overlay. And if you don't want to do overlay because I actually want to fill it out, and the way I made it kind of white is what you're going to do is you're going to so you're going to go to white, right? So you're going to go to one color on the board. It doesn't really matter with white, but you're going to want to make it a little darker white. If you want the same style, go to like a little bit darker than all the way white. So it's like that. So it's kind of like a nice little grayish white. And then for this one over here, just make it all the way white. So like you see, it's not all the way white. There's a little grayish in there. You can actually make this a little bit darker if you wanted to. Yeah, just a little bit darker. Kind of give it some feel in there. So awesome, that looks good. So mess around with that. I gave it a stroke, I gave it a gradient overlay, and I also gave it a drop shadow. So perfect. And then what you can do, you can right click, you can copy layer style, and then paste it to Randomizer and Nuzlocke. So they have the same style, but you don't want it to be all white. You want to give it some feel. So what I do is I like to make it yellow. So just go to your gradient overlay, everything will be there. And what you can do is you can go to one color and don't mess around with, actually yeah, you have to. So just go to yellow-ish and go to like kind of like not a complete yellow, but kind of like a darker yellow like that. And this one on the right, obviously make it completely yellow, but make it like completely yellow. There we go. So it kind of gives it like a dark and nice yellow feel. And click OK on that. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. This is going to be a longer video, but hopefully you guys are following along. Click Randomizer, Nuzlocke, and click Paste. And look at that, man. It's awesome. That's great. You can actually move this a little bit down. Actually, that was working pretty well, but Nuzlocke needs to go a little bit down. Yeah, there we go. So that's basically the gist of it, guys. It's obviously not like this one, but it's the same. Actually, Pokemon logo needs to be changed a little bit. We can go to right-click blending options, give it a stroke, why not? Give it a drop shadow as well. And make that drop shadow a little bit bigger for this Pokemon logo. There we go. Why not? That just mess around with Photoshop. I can't stress enough. Mess around with Photoshop, guys. Okay, so now that we have our Volt White logo, what we can do is we can copy layer style, and we can literally post it on everything in their mother. So obviously, question of the day. Badges box as well, Pokemon names, all of them. I'm holding command, by the way, and I'm selecting everything, and that's it. So you right click all of that, paste layer style, boom, everyone gets a freaking nice little white background. Awesome. So if you want to do a question of the day, you can just say like, hey, leave a like on this video, guys, if you want to, if you enjoyed me helping you out. And you can just resize that if you want to, obviously, to make it fit this box here. Hey, leave a like. Bam. Why not? Put that in the question of the day box, and we'll click paste layer style, so it has the same style as everything else. Badges, you're going to need to get the badges icons off of Google, and once you're in there, resize them and put it in there. I hope you guys know how to do that by now. Yeah. And then also Pokemon, let me just do one of these really quick. You have your Zekrom Pokemon logo thing, and you can just put that in the box and it's good to go. That's all you need, basically. Now I'm going to show you how to make the boxes transparent. Good thing before last. So obviously this isn't transparent. What you want to do before you record, I just wanted to show you how cool it looked before it was transparent. Before you record, select the whole box. I'm not going to make it perfect because I don't need to be right now. Hopefully I didn't go too fast, guys. Hopefully I explained everything well. And so once you do that, select it all, basically. And go to your eraser tool like I showed you before, and you're gonna want to go to the background now. So it's about to erase the background as we speak, and bam, this is gonna make it transparent. Every video uploader that you use or video editing software will know that this is a transparent background, and your video will slide in perfectly. Just do that with all the boxes if you need to, guys. That's how you make this Pokemon layout, basically, and great stuff. That's all you need right now. So guys, once you have that, you can save it. Obviously I'm not going to show you how to save it. I guess I will save it, save as, and you can example layout, PSD, save it to your desktop. And the way to get it into a video software is you save it as a PNG, so I recommend saving both of those. And yeah, so that's it, guys. That's how you make a Pokemon layout, kind of, sort of. Just, I can't stress to you guys enough. That's the main thing. Take what I showed you in this video and go play around with Photoshop. That's the only way you're going to get better. I mean, tutorials can only take you so far. That's how I got better. That's how I got from this to this, guys. Just play around with Photoshop. That's all you got to do. I can't stress that enough. Yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel and you just wanted to know how to make a layout, please subscribe if you like Pokemon content. So yeah, guys. Oh, one guy wanted me to show you how I put the video in an editing software. So what you're gonna do is just take an editing software. I do Final Cut Pro. This can actually take a while to upload because I'm running Photoshop, or open because I'm running Photoshop. And you basically I mean, I don't know. Just go to, actually no, I'm not going to do that. It's going to take way too long, and this video is already way too long as it is. Just go to your editing software and look up a tutorial online. If it's Final Cut, there's an import button. Just import the PNG file and then put it in your timeline. I mean, hopefully if you know how to do videos, you know how to do that so far. But if you don't, look up tutorials. Google's your friend. Hopefully this educated you guys. Play with Photoshop, guys. Play with Photoshop, and hopefully this helped you out just a little bit. And yeah, guys, I've been Mr. Golduck, and we're going to end this 46-minute episode off. Hopefully I didn't speak too fast and that this helped you guys out a little bit. Yeah, play around with it. All right, guys, have a great day.